Hello, trading is closed on May 21st, 2019. We'll go over our calls. We said that the inability to hold on to these lows was positive. Unless we took them out promptly, higher prices should print, which they did. This is the pattern with the early high. That's what we said. Typically, it closes at the high. It didn't. It's trouble unless we take these highs out early, because tomorrow's open's a surrogate for today's close. During the day, MEJT didn't have much to say. It did give a buy signal. A buy signal, MEJT doesn't mean you enter in order to buy. It means there's a target at a higher price and resistance over it. The higher price was hit immediately. It was a rally into resistance. It was also an optional target. We undercut this low, which we did. So it doesn't have much to say for tomorrow. I can make a case for a move in either direction tomorrow. As I say, if we don't take this high out early, it should lead to lower prices. It doesn't have to mean that we close lower. But you could make a case for this rally stopping right here. Here's your stilt. Here's your stilt. Here's a diamond. Half is all you need. It's an inverted, a diamond on stilts pattern. Set that at 61.8, and that's where we stopped. Now here's the origin of the stilt. It's usually where you stop as resistance. It can also stop as support. So if we rally up from here, you can explain it, but it's not really as clear a pattern as I would like. We rallied all day long, couldn't close over these highs, couldn't close over these highs. Rallying all day without accomplishing anything isn't really a good sign. It leads to lower prices unless, as I say, we invalidate it by taking these highs out early. Now, what's the case for us going up? Well, it isn't too hard to count this as 5 waves up, and this could be an ABC, and there could be another 5 waves up. Let's go over the count. I had to make one change. Someone pointed out to me quite correctly that where I had wave 1 yesterday would have made wave 3 the shortest wave. I've probably made that mistake before, and I'll probably make it again, so thanks to him for pointing it out. Usually when I get these wave counts, they come out, scream at you, shake you by the collar, and say this is the right count. I don't have any of that here. This whole move up really isn't as clear to me as I would like it to be. Someone has a preferable count, he can email it to me. For now, I'll go with it. This was our guess last week that this low is going to hold. So far it's worked, but as I say, it's only a guess. Now let's look at what's going on from here. If this is the count, then this could be gray A, and that could be B, and this could be 5 waves up, A, B, C, and we could be in gray C. What makes it interesting is if this is A, you want it to show some kind of fib ratio to A, red A of gray A, and this is pretty good. That's 78.6, square root of 0.618. So if we come up from here, that could be wave C, and then you can think it would have some kind of relationship to gray A. So if we rally, it wouldn't surprise me, and that gives you can come up with some kind of target. We can just say if C is equal to A, and you're up at 29.18. Of course, C doesn't have to be equal to A, but if we clear this, and if this count is right, which is not guaranteed, you could have some pretty good upside. But as I say, if we stop here and there is resistance, and this really didn't accomplish anything yet, there could be some other count here which explains things too. So for tomorrow, we're looking for the early trade to dictate what's going on. If we can't take these highs out early, it's a negative pattern, and whether or not we close lower, I think lower prices should print. But if we gap up smartly, take these out, I think there could be creatively higher targets depending on how much we surpass this high and buy. So we'll have to see where we open. That'll give us our plan for tomorrow, and that's today's call.